Hey everybody, I'm here today to talk to you about anticipating versus assuming when driving. Now this is actually a very important driving lesson simply because you can anticipate as a driver and you can assume. And you should never assume things as a driver, but you should anticipate things. Now here's what it comes down to. When you see other drivers sending signals on the road, something like using their turn signal or making eye contact or turning the wheel or whatever the case is, these are all things that you can see that are signals that are allowing you to predict things that the driver is going to do. You can anticipate what they're going to do, or you can assume. Now imagine this driving situation. Let's say I'm driving down a street and I see that the person in the oncoming lane is going to make a right away from me, and I'm going to be making a left. So we would technically be turning onto the same street. I'm driving, I'm going to be making a left onto this street, so I'm going this way, and this person's making a right onto this street. We would be turning onto the same street. They have their signal on, they're checking their mirrors. I start making my left, assuming that they're going to make that right. They instead don't make that right. They had their signal on by accident. They were just coincidentally checking their mirrors. I make the left. They come, boom, T-bone me just like that. All because I made an assumption. Now, on the other hand, that's when you assume things, right? On the other hand, anticipating things is probably a better way to do it. It is a better way to do it. Let's say I see their right signal on. I see them checking their mirrors. I can get geared up to turn. Don't turn your wheel yet, don't accelerate yet, but I can start to get ready to turn by checking my mirrors, maybe checking my blind spot, looking at the intersection, doing all of these extra things before the turn. And then when they actually turn, that's when I can turn, okay? And obviously they're gonna have the right of way. If they're making the right and I'm making a left and it's a green light, both ways, they have the right of way, so I only turn after they do. But I anticipated it, so I started doing my actions, nothing unsafe yet. And if they had changed their mind and decided to go straight, I would still be in the same spot waiting to make that left. I would not get T-boned. I would not get into an accident. Now, just in the same way, if someone is signaling, right, you can, let's say someone is signaling to make a right-hand turn, and I'm like following, I'm like way behind them. They're ahead of me, they're making a right-hand turn. I need you to picture this. You're driving, in front of you, someone is signaling right. Okay, and they're starting to slow down. You're assuming they're going to make a right-hand turn onto the street. So you slow down, but you really don't fully slow down, because by the time they make the right, you're going to just keep driving at the same speed. Okay, so you don't slow down as much as you need to, because you're assuming that they're going to make a right and get out of your way. Instead of making that right, they decide to just pull over on a main road. You now have to slam your brakes to come to a complete stop before you hit them, and you might rear end them. All because you assume that they're making the right. Sure, they had the right signal on. Sure, there was a street up ahead, but they could have done anything. I mean, they could have just come to a stop. They could have turned left if they wanted to. So the key is to anticipate what other drivers are doing while you're driving. Anticipate what might happen, okay? Don't assume, because when you assume and you make actions based on that assumption, you are putting yourself in a potentially very dangerous driving situation. That's how accidents happen. That's how a lot of accidents happen. Drivers assume things about other drivers, and that's when, just like that, an accident happens. And all that the driver says is, I thought they were going to make a right. I thought they were going to make a left. I thought they were changing lanes. I thought they were pulling over. I thought. It should be, I assumed. And when you assume, bad things are likely to happen. So anticipate, meaning look at what another driver is most likely going to do and start maybe thinking about what you're going to do if they do that. But don't do it until they actually make that maneuver. Anticipate, don't assume. And that's the difference between anticipating and assuming when driving. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.